Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on some construction. So let's head on forward here, give it about a month tick or so in order to update everything and make sure that our outliner is all accurate. And of course, we're waiting on influence for additional construction, but our construction ships are all working for now. Now we've got our 7th and our 16th fleets, both of which are going to need to be reinforced. We currently need 867 minor artifacts, so that will of course take a little while. We're not too concerned about it though, we'll let that build up for the time being. So that's all looking fine. We've now definitely moved forward a month, so let's take a look through here, see if there's any jobs that need to be done real quick. Nope, there are not, and there likely won't be for a while. At this point, we're definitely seeing our growth rate go down. We do have 1420 pops right now, and that's looking okay. I do think we should probably consider getting into another war eventually, but that's going to require a fair amount of influence. That's, of course, a significant problem for us. So we'll have to wait on that for a little bit. For the time being, we need to get all of our constructions that we want to get done completed. So that is mission number 1, and we're making very solid progress concluded. I might add. New strike craft, an upgrade for our Juggernaut, perhaps? Probably. So we can go for, say, whirlwind missiles, get those out of the way, and let's hop into our ship designer, grab our Juggernaut, and we want to upgrade these to level 4 strike craft. I'm not sure why it didn't automatically upgrade there, but okay. It's set to auto upgrade, and we can't save it because it's currently being built. How close are we to getting our Juggernaut done? We're 77%. I'm not going to stop it. We're just going to let that continue to go forward for now, and we'll upgrade that once it gets finished. So that looks reasonably fine. We do have a lot of ships being queued up in the Sol station and not in the other stations for some reason. But whatever, that's absolutely fine. We have a number of things that we want to spend influence on right now. Thanks, Windows. Okay, so apparently there's a Java update ready. That's exactly what I wanted to know right now. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. So next up, of course, we want to probably get adaptive ecology. That'll be fine. That'll give us a building slot on every one of our buildings, and that's maybe a useful thing. So on Alpha Centauri Energy here, we can definitely get ourselves some form of job here. Now, we're not going to upgrade the System Capital Complex anymore. That's as upgraded as it's going to get. We could put an Affluence Emporium in here, but I don't think that's really particularly worthwhile. An Ancient Refinery, on the other hand, that's an interesting concept. Yes, it will cost some minor artifacts, but we've got enough for it, and we can boost up these refineries that we've got on here right now, so that seems good. On this industrial world, it's kind of a similar argument, isn't it? It is. We're going to go for the Ancient Refinery there as well. On this refinery world, we just need a planetary capital, and that is absolutely okay. On our mining station on Rimok, we need a job, and that's pretty much going to be either an Astro mining bay, or we can get an amenity production facility. So I think I'm going to put in a holo theater for right now, and then we'll put in additional mining facilities there. So on this research station, it kind of is a research station, isn't it? Let's put in, for the time being, a mineral processing plant, or I guess a mineral purification plant. And then we can put in something like an astral siphon. And then we can max out our astro mining bays, as well as our zero-G research. Something like that. Okay. On Robalius, I would love to get an Affluent Center upgrade. We don't actually have the schematic for that. We have the schematic to build a new one. Okay, well, for the time being, let's put in an industrial district here. That'll be fine. And on this generator world, a fortress? Or an ancient refinery? I'm going to go an ancient refinery here. On this mining station, this is maxed out for its mining. For the moment, we probably just want to put in additional strongholds here. So that'll be wonderful. Anything else that needs to happen? Well, this is apparently a trade station. It's not going to remain that. We are definitely going to be putting in an energy grid, which of course is down over here. There we go. Didn't intend to zoom out. But we've got an energy grid here, and we want to have a mineral purification plant as well. So that'll be fine for the time being. Okay. So the CAR Mekong is currently done up over here. That was just building the habitat, and we should definitely colonize this. That will, of course, be wonderful. And now that that's completed, let's just make our way through and build minor orbitals where possible. And this is, of course, going to be a major orbital here, as well as over the star. And then another minor orbital over here. There's a lot of these minor orbital asteroids. We're not going to get a lot out of them, but it definitely is something that exists. So something along the lines of that for the CAR Mekong. That'll be perfect. Wonderful. So let's check in on our ship construction. Oh, we just finished up the Potomac. This is in J, and this is completely done at this point. Okay, let's move this over to the Gindor black hole. We're not going to have the influence, but hopefully eventually we will. Okay, checking in on our ship construction here. We've been recently forced to scrap most of our technical equipment due to a major malfunction. Do we want the materials? No, we'll repair it for you. I want the influence. Absolutely, the influence is way more valuable. So the Juggernaut is 85% done at this point. Okay. We are already over our naval cap by a pretty wide margin at this point. So that is certainly noted. Awareness is high awareness in Rebellious. Okay. And the Formless have gifted us a reward. Fantastic. So we're going to probably... Do we want to get that throne that they speak of? No, I still want the physics tech for right now. We might consider doing that fairly soon, though. We're probably powerful enough to handle whatever it is they have. Probably. And we'll see what ends up happening with that. So our naval cap is angling to be at like 1610, I believe, is the actual number. How much do we have right now for minor artifacts? 150. I don't think... Well, we could reinforce this fleet, specifically. It just needs 2 corvettes to be done. Then we've just got the 6th fleet here, which has mostly cruisers and destroyers to go. Some corvettes, to be sure. But it's being worked on, so we're mostly actually fully queued up here. Not entirely, but mostly. Our naval cap is definitely going up. The Great Khan has met defeat. Okay, good for the Great Khan. Now, we can definitely get going at this point on our habitat here. This is not going to be the world's finest habitat, but it's still better than the nothing that we have here pretty much right now. So this will be a research station. All it'll have is this habitat, and then 1 single major orbital over the black hole. Very, very little there. Possibly not worth the influence, but honestly, I suspect it is worth the influence, so that'll be fine for now. Our Juggernaut is now 97% completed. So that's looking good. Steam power, huh? Okay. So now 98% completed. And this Bastion actually needs some work. What do we got going on here? Ah, we need a building. Okay, that is fine. We could go for a command center, and I think that is indeed what we're going to go for. That looks good. Anything else over here that needs work? Well, for now, all of these are actually being worked on, so no major needs there.
Unshielded life
for the
signs
moment.
detected in deep space.
Void superiority indeed. So we just finished our Juggernaut, and I want to immediately upgrade the Juggernaut. We're going to upgrade it like so. We'll save that, and the Juggernaut will, of course, need to upgrade. Fantastic. It's going to take it 200 days to upgrade. That's understood. That will boost its power level a fair amount. Its power level is 21,000. It's not all that great. So that is all fine for the moment. Let's check through our jobs here, see if there are any additional. Actually, this fortress world could use a job, and I think a generator district is the way to go. So that'll be fine for now. We're definitely having some energy credit issues, and this is, of
Unshielded
course,
life
because of
signs
our naval
detected in
capacity.
deep space.
This is absolutely understood, but we have an extra starbase capacity, and we may want to consider upgrading a starbase somewhere to an anchorage. We could put it, say, over here. It doesn't really matter where we put it. This will be fine. Wonderful. So we'll get that going, and that will finish up eventually. We do currently have a notification over here. Why?
Research
Presumably
concluded.
the Juggernaut. Okay. Well, the devolving beam has just finished up. And I don't think we actually have anything to use it with, because we don't have any Colossus. So that's fine. We don't actually care about that. It's completely okay. I guess we can grab selected lineages for our leader research. We're definitely getting towards the end of our research. No doubt about that. So that is all
Unshielded life
looking
signs detected in
reasonable.
deep space.
Checking through our jobs. Once again, we do need jobs on this Forge World. And this is definitely a Forge World. We're a bit negative in our minerals at this moment. That's understood. On this Forge World, also, we're going to put in an industrial district. That will not help our minerals. This mining world has an additional building slot available. What do we want to think about putting in here? I would like something that would boost up our mineral or our energy credit gains. Of course, we're struggling with naval cap, and arguably strongholds might be the best thing to do there. Just a singular stronghold here. That'll also be a fair number of jobs. So that's probably not the worst idea in the world. Okay, so we've got this Forge World. An industrial district seems to be the way to go. I'm going to buy in 5,000 minerals, and we're going to build that. Then we've got Earth here, which is, of course, capped out for the moment. There's nothing really that we can do here other than, like, ditching our robotic assembly complex, which may not be a bad thing on Earth, actually. It is full, so what reason do we have to keep it around over, say, a stronghold? We could definitely use the additional naval cap. So we're going to do that. It's not going to solve that job for a while, but that's okay. No major concerns there, really. So the Sentry Hub is online. Perfect. We can get another upgrade going, and we're going to continue to upgrade the Sentry Hub for right now. That looks wonderful. This arc furnace can be upgraded, and we should definitely do so. And I'm just checking through our civilian ships here. Yeah, this is a colony ship. That'll be absolutely fine. No problem at all. So the question is, do we want to finish up our fleet reinforcement? 1642 is what we're looking at, and that's correct with the Juggernaut added in. So that's definitely up there and is going to strain us economically. For sure. I'm going to do it, though. So that is fine. We're going to start banking minor artifacts. Apparently we had exactly the amount that we needed. I'm not sure if that's true. That's a little too convenient. Let's wait for the month tick, and we'll find out if that's true. Because, yeah, that feels a little too convenient. This generator station needs a job, and we definitely want to give a job to a generator station. No doubt about that. I want to put in an energy grid here. And I'm going to build all 3 reactor districts that we've got available there. I would also like to put in a mineral purification plant and build all 3 astro mining bays that are available here. So that'll be fine. We are producing very low amounts right now of... Yeah, this is because of the... Right. Okay, our upkeep here is reducing it. Yeah, understood. That's fine. The Great Khan is regrouping. That's fine. Where is he even at?
Fleet enhancement
I don't even know where the
supplied.
Great Khan is at. Is this him down here? This must be him down here. Yeah. Okay, so, that's not going well for him. Noted. Well, that's absolutely fine. We'll not be too concerned about that just yet. They've got that under control, I'm sure. So that seems okay. Here on Earth, we of course want to upgrade our fortress. That's going to give us some jobs here. However, these are worker jobs, and we're going to have to wait for a demotion, I think. Right? Enforcers are specialist jobs, but soldiers are worker jobs. So yeah, we're going to have to wait for these two specialists to demote. And the question is, how long will that take? Ooh. Ministry of Culture, huh? Sure. That seems fine. So these guys are going to demote. Oh, that's only in 6 months. That's
Unshielded
not
life
too
signs
bad at
detected
all.
in deep space.
Okay, that is absolutely wonderful. So in that case, I want to go down to our unification station. We only have one of these. And I would like to put in... Where is it? We just got the plans for it. A Ministry of Culture here. Beautiful. That'll be amazing. So we put in a Ministry of Culture here. And that's going to boost up our unity from this station. Now, we are currently slightly negative in our consumer goods. This was expected. We're a little bit negative in our minerals, which is acceptable. We are quite negative in our energy credits. And yeah, as expected, we need 468 additional minor artifacts. We've got 102. So we can't make all of these, but we can hit this reinforced fleet button and continue to work towards that naval cap. So where is that upgrade that we were doing? Here it is. Okay. So we definitely want to get an anchorage going down over here. This is going to be done in 10 days, and that will help offset our naval cap issues.
Colonization complete. Opening comms.
So we're going to want to put in a pair of anchorages here, and then we also, of course, want to put in a naval logistics office, and then upgrade that. Migration treaty proposed. I'm going to decline this because I want the influence, and that is otherwise fine. So we've got a fair amount of time until these are available. Understood. This bastion can get an additional building, and we should definitely get something like a communications jammer there. Here, we've got gun batteries. Yeah, it's going to be this down here. So what do we need to put in? A command center. That's fine. In Salieto, probably the same thing. Yep, that'll do. So that looks good. In Tau Ceti, this is a trade station. So we're going to want a pair of additional trade hubs here. Hydroponics bay here is fine, and then we could do like a resource silo. I'm going to move the hydroponics bay down in terms of its priority, though. So it'll be something along the lines of that.
Project concluded.
Perfect. So that looks good. The next question, of course, is how many additional minor artifacts do we need to get this fully built up?
Phase
377 is the reason, or rather is the answer. We definitely do want to put in a robotic assembly plant over here on our new world that we just colonized. And we also just got our engineering and society techs finished up. So we can go for something along the lines of food from jobs, I guess is okay. We also finished up our whirlwind missiles. And we can just clean up a bunch of things here. A lot of this is not very relevant. Let's just grab Titan hull points for the time being. It'll take a while, but that's okay. It is, after all, a rare technology, and I think it's probably worth grabbing. So that sounds good. Next up, I want to check through our jobs yet again, because this generator station has an available job, and that is a very, very good thing for us right now. This world has just unified. Usalden 2. Well, we're going to gain some engineering research and gain a new insight technology. I do want to upgrade this to an energy nexus, and that will solve our job here. Let's also put in a reactor district for right now. That'll be fine. Any other jobs that need to be dealt with? As of right now, the answer to that is yes. Our capital has these 2 jobs, and actually there's 3 available jobs here. We're just waiting for them to demote, and they should demote very soon. Yeah, 30 days. This is fine. I don't care about them demoting at this point. So we're only assembling at normal speed here at this point. That looks good. And we're currently up to 1414 naval cap. We did just cap out our astral threads. Not really too much that we want to do with this, so for now, we're not going to spend any of that. I don't like being capped, for sure, but here we are. Not really an option at this juncture. It's very sad. We have 115 influence, so we'll have enough influence quite soon to get another habitat building. That would be wonderful. We'd be very, very happy to do that. We're also, of course, going to have enough minor artifacts to finish off our fleet construction fairly soon. We've got 377 that we need, and we have 186 of those. So let's reinforce that. And yes, this is going to further damage our economy by being over our naval cap. That's fine. Ooh, we can get an 8th Titan. I want to do it. We really shouldn't. We really, really should not do that.
Construction project concluded.
So naturally, I'm doing it. We're going to head over to the shipyard, and we're going to grab ourselves a new Titan. So that is going to be a standard Titan, not a Federation Titan. Where is it? This one. So that's going to require 17 additional minor artifacts, and we're going to get that constructing immediately. Beautiful. So the CAR Bengal is done up here in Hahaban. I'm sure that's how that's pronounced. And we are going to do this. We have a fair number of species, don't we? That we can use, but they don't really exist, which is interesting. Although these guys need to be changed over to assimilation. There we go. So we need to definitely colonize this, which I think we just did. Yes. And we also need to construct some orbitals here. So a major orbital here, major orbital here, a major orbital here, and a minor orbital here. Ah, yes, there is a second system here. So that means we can come up this direction, major orbital, and a major orbital. Perfect. So that'll stay under control for a while, and it'll take a while as well for us to get that additional Titan.
Receiving transmission.
So there's that. I'm wondering right now, a research agreement? No, we really don't want to do that. I'm wondering right now, we're never going to reach a point where we're at our Titan cap and at our fleet cap. I don't think that's how that works. What is 1419 divided by 8? The answer is 177.37. Now, there's probably some rounding in there. So I'm thinking that the way that this works is that the Titan is a multiplier, or rather a division of our current naval cap. And I think that number is 180 or 200, somewhere in there. But keep in mind, our fleet size is actually 230. So that means that we will always be over our fleet cap, or rather over our naval cap. So that's definitely mildly awkward. Just the way that that math works. Unless we just don't want to build a fleet, which is definitely an option. No doubt about that. We should upgrade our mineral purification hub as well as building an astro mining bay. That'll be fine. Any other jobs that need to be done here? The answer is no. Okay. That's fine. So, the 6th fleet here should be really, really close to being fully reinforced. 194, we've got 133. Okay. Conflict. What is it good for? Well, apparently they are having war breaking out again. That's interesting because they just unified their planet, but apparently they're in an all-out class war. Interesting. Well, we'll continue to observe. That'll be fine. Astral threads here, nothing to be spent on at this moment, and we've got lots and lots of construction ongoing here, so that is looking good. I want to check in on our construction in our stations here. Okay, so that is still working its way up. But yeah, I expect this to be 200, so I think we gain a new Titan every 200 naval cap, essentially. Which, maybe every 200 plus 1. So that is to say that you start, when you're below 200, you start with 1 Titan, and then every 200, you gain an additional Titan. So that would bring us to 8, where we're at right now. So we shouldn't expect to unlock the ability to get another new Titan until 1600, approximately. I'm not sure exactly how that's calculated, but that's my current theory. It's clearly intended to be 1 Titan per fleet. No doubt about that. Robot upkeep by 10%. It'll have unpredictable repercussions. Sure, let's see what happens. You never can tell. So obviously our economy is not the greatest at this moment. We do have quite a lot of work to be done, that's for sure. And actually, we definitely want to upgrade this energy nexus and this robotic assembly complex. We'll get those going. There'll be a lot of available jobs over there for a while. In Barnard Star, this is going to be okay. I'm not too concerned about that. The war is over on Usaldun 2, so that is fine. And we just had an orbital end. The Ganges is currently traveling, but there are more things queued up for it. Okay, so that looks absolutely fine. At this point, I believe we have enough minor artifacts to actually reinforce everything. That should be good.
Colonization phase
And
commencing.
yes indeed it is. Wonderful. So that looks solid. We've got all of these fleets done. We are, of course, going to get an 8th fleet. And the question is, just how are we going to be doing on our naval cap by then? Well, our Strategic Coordination Center will finish up here. That's going to boost up our Starbase cap by 2. It's going to boost up our naval cap by 50. That will help matters significantly. We'll want more anchorages, for sure, but more strongholds would also be very, very good. We'll need population growth for that. No doubt about it. We're only at 1425 naval cap. It caps at 9,999. So we've got a ways to go on that front. No doubt about that. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to work on dealing with our economy. We should be able to get that fairly under control in theory, but we'll see what happens when that next Titan comes in. That'll be interesting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.